I'm back from Brazil! Hello, my loves. Welcome to Adara Unboxed. I've missed you. If you've been following along with my channel, then you know that I recently went on vacation to Brazil. And let me tell ya, it was pretty fabulous. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to be releasing some travel vlogs so that y'all can see what I was up to on my adventure. On this trip, I visited Fortaleza, Tiangua, and Rio de Janeiro. So if any of those locations seem interesting to you, make sure you are subscribed so you can see those videos as they come out. First up, we are visiting Fortaleza. Just so y'all are aware, this is a vlog style video, so in addition to seeing some cool things that you could do in Fortaleza if you are here to see what you could do as a tourist, you're gonna see some interactions with my family as well, which is like cool parties that you aren't gonna get to do because you aren't family with my family. My family is really cool, so sorry. But trust me, I did go do a ton of fun stuff that a lot of the locals like to do as well. So if you happen to find yourself in Brazil, you're gonna find a lot of cool things that you could go do in Fortaleza in this video. Now, my travel vlog for Fortaleza is going to be split into two because I actually spent the most time in Fortaleza and I didn't want the video to be so long that y'all would stop watching halfway through. You know who you are. So if you're watching this video and it's just come out, know that the second part of Fortaleza will come out in a few weeks. Without further ado, let's go check out Fortaleza. Here we are at the airport. We had so many suitcases because my mom is staying for a longer amount of time than I am, so she needed to bring a lot of stuff. I grabbed a tea from Starbucks for my travel drink, added some strawberries in there. Here I am with my beautiful mama who I'm traveling with. Isn't she cute? I love my mom. Love you, Mom. We've got a long flight ahead of us, 21 hours to be exact, from Seattle to Dallas, Dallas to Sao Paulo, and Sao Paulo to Fortaleza, our final destination. Here we are on the longest leg of our trip. This is the Dallas to Sao Paulo 10-hour flight. Thankfully, my mom paid a little bit extra for some extra legroom. Whoops, almost broke that. This was our first of 2 in-flight meals, some chicken and veggies and rice with some crackers and cheese, salad, bread, little dessert, little water. And if you didn't know, you get free alcohol when you're traveling internationally. Make sure to ask. I even got my mom to have a few drinks. And for in-flight entertainment, I watched King Richard, which I thought was pretty good despite Will Smith's recent antics. A few hours into our flight, we watched the sun go down and were able to get a little bit of sleep, although I didn't realize that my seat went back. I thought we bought some kind of weird seats where the seat doesn't go back, so I didn't sleep that great. And before we knew it, it was time for breakfast. I didn't really love the breakfast. It was a lot of strawberry-flavored things, which is not my vibe. But we did get this spectacular sunrise coming into Sao Paulo. It was a long flight and we were still very tired, but it was time to go to Fortaleza. Get ready for our usual welcome greeting in 3, 2. This is my Tia Teresa, my mom's aunt. I love her so much. She's so sweet. And this is my Uncle Joaquin. He did so much for me on this trip. He took me to all the cool places you're going to see. And lots of our other family and friends. I just want to add that our family always does this. Every time my mom or I go to Brazil, everybody gathers together at the airport. Everyone who's just traveling that doesn't know us thinks that we are famous movie stars, and it feels amazing. Oh, there's even people actually playing music. I didn't realize it until just now. Here we are, Fortaleza! Give us the goods! Now, this is a city where a lot of my mom's family and friends live. It's beautiful. It's on the northeast coast. A lot of people compare it to Miami. It is the state capital of Ceara. It's Brazil's 5th largest city. Fortaleza has a tropical climate, so you can expect it to be pretty darn warm and humid. the kind of place where you might want to take 2 showers a day. But it has good air movement because it's close to the ocean, so you usually get a nice breeze and it kind of mellows everything out. Look at that, we've arrived at what might be another party. Shall we go take a look? My mom's family and friends are so caring and sweet and loving and welcoming. This party was wonderful. It had so many tasty treats. These are a bunch of brigadeiros. And they also surprised my mom by celebrating her recent 71st birthday. Oh boy, breakfast in Brazil. My uncle is cutting up some pamonha, which is delicious. It's a corn food thing. My aunt fried up some eggs and cheese. There's cake, brigadeiros, guavas, more cake. Today we are going to Praia do Futuro, which is probably the most popular beach in Fortaleza. We've gone every time I've been there. There's this cute little boardwalk where you can buy anything you might have forgotten at home. We entered through Croco Beach, which is just one entrance you can go into. When you enter the beach area in Fortaleza, you will generally walk through an area like this, called a barraca. A barraca is basically a booth or a stand. There are many barracas along the beach, so if the one that you're at doesn't have a menu that you like or the type of chairs that you want to sit in, you can switch barracas by walking a little bit further down the beach. At your barraca, an attendant will greet you, help you find a table, and bring you any food or drinks you may want. I tried to talk in the next part of the video, but you definitely can't hear me over the wind, so let me try to recreate that for you. I don't know if y'all can hear me, it's real windy here, but we have arrived. We are at the Praia do Futuro in Fortaleza, Brazil. We just arrived yesterday, and already we're at the ocean. Can you believe it? Whoops, I almost got run over by that. I think this beach is my favorite in all of the beaches I've traveled to. The water is warm and the waves are really gentle. You can just wade in there and bob up and down. And when you're done, you can go back up to your table, your barraca, and hang out, order a drink or two, some snacks, a beach coconut. Come on now, you know you want a beach coconut. A little later, we swung by the Beira Mar, which runs along a different stretch of the beach. I believe we entered at the Praia do Meireles, where they have a boardwalk that goes out into the water and allows for a fantastic view of the sunset, along with some amazing photo ops with the city as your backdrop. All that awesomeness made us very hungry, so here we are for dinner at Coco Bambu. For drinks, I tried their house wine. And for foods, we got some different shrimp dishes. Usually, food in Brazil is served with rice, and they love their crunchy onions and crunchy potato fries in Brazil, so a lot of the food is covered in it or it comes as a side dish. Ooh, and some yummy little appetizers that had shrimp and carne de sol. Hi, I'm in the bathroom. A lot of the bathrooms in Brazil have floss and mouthwash. Hey, United States, let's get on this trend. You just put the little cup in there, make sure it's in the right spot, and then bam, mouthwash. You can't flush toilet paper in most of Brazil, so when using the restroom, make sure you throw your paper into the garbage can that will undoubtedly be next to the toilet. It suddenly started downpouring, and my mom decided to do a rain dance as we left the restaurant. The downpour ended just as quickly as it had begun, so we walked over to the Ferinha Beira Mar for a late-night shopping sesh. This market has some cool souvenirs, gifts, and anything you might need for the beach. This used to be an open-air market, and I guess it still kind of is, but since my last trip to Fortaleza, it's undergone a big renovation, supplying vendors with permanent, covered storefronts that they can lock up each night without having to pack up all their goods. You can kind of find anything here. Hats, jewelry, hair stuff, swimsuits and swimwear, souvenirs, dresses, alcohol, whatever your heart desires. Oh, and we finished out the night with some gelato, because it's me, and of course I did. When in Brazil, one must go shopping. We are on our way to a mall. This is the RioMar, which is a newer mall in Fortaleza. It's only been around for a couple of years. It's a beautiful mall, and it's a great place to go if you're looking for shoes. Or shoes. Did I mention shoes? Honestly, the shoes in Brazil are super comfortable. It's one of the only places that I can find comfortable heels. This store, Henna, was awesome. It's kind of like H&M. This store is called Mr. Cat. It's men's clothes because in Brazil they'll call you a cat, or gato, if you're cute. And there are pharmacies everywhere in Brazil, including in the malls, and you can get a lot of things that you would normally need a prescription for, like antibiotics, over the counter in a pharmacy, along with any other wellness products you might need. During the time I was in Brazil, they were celebrating São João, which is a festival associated with St. John the Baptist. They serve yummy traditional foods during the celebration, including pamonha, canjica, quentão, and bolo de fubá. But we opted to go upstairs to the very deluxe food court, where you can find a wide array of fast food and fine dining options. And although the large horse statue kind of freaked me out, we decided to eat here at Picanha do Cowboy. Picanha is probably the most popular cut of steak in Brazil. It's tender, buttery, and flavorful. Along with our steak, we tried macaxeira, farofa de banana, baião de dois, and farofa de ovo, all of which were delicious. We then made our way down to RioMar, which is a beautiful spot right on the beach. It's this gorgeous restaurant, but also a great place to come for drinks and, again, some photo ops. Their deck has an absolutely stunning view of the sunset. We grabbed a few drinks, got a spot on the deck, and watched the sunset meld into all of these beautiful colors. That is it for part 1 of my Fortaleza travel vlog. Make sure to like, subscribe, and keep an eye out for part 2, which should be coming very soon.